If I think back to almost 20 years ago, the birth or dawn of the internet age, it never seemed that it was going to be synonymous with what mass media was considered at the time: television, newspaper, print. But now that there's hundreds of millions, billions of people connected to these digital platforms, Facebook certainly one of the largest, it is mass media. And it's not necessarily something that has replaced all these other things. It sort of coexists in this parallel universe with everything. But what it comes down to is it comes down to people and what people choose to do and how they choose to spend their time and where they choose to spend their time. And by and large, that's at an increasing rate every quarter and every year with tremendous velocity that's on digital platforms.
So tell us a little bit about some opportunities for growth and some challenges for growth in the digital space.
Sure. So, some of the biggest challenges are consistency. And what I mean by that is with experiences, consumers, people don't necessarily have the mindset of that they're a TV person versus a digital person versus a print person. They're people and they choose to spend their time differently based on what they want to do. There's a growing expectation that whatever they can do on one screen, they should be able to do as seamlessly and consistently on another, and almost be able to pick up where they left off. And unfortunately, that's not the case right now, whether it's because of connectivity or rights limitations or just the sheer cost of translating a lot of these things to actually be adapted and to fit into all these different environments with competing standards, with different rights and rules and regulation, and sometimes with different owners who have different stakes. It's clunky, and I believe it'll get a lot smoother, and the speed with which it'll happen will continue to accelerate, and we'll look back at the days of, well, I can only do this on one screen and not another for some reason, almost as a joke. But right now it's really complicated, and I think there are things such as mobile, which almost snuck up on the media owner community in that they didn't really see the potential for content creation and distribution in that space on that screen vis-a-vis the one that hangs on someone's wall in their living room. And while we used to talk about convergence of all these things coming together on one big screen that does sit, as a 10-foot experience, I think now what we're realizing is convergence is having people be able to migrate between screens as they wish and on demand, and really be able to continue experiences wherever it is that they go. So to me, that's the most exciting opportunity that I think has yet to be realized, but every day we're getting closer to it.
And what about the consumer's role, which has changed too, hasn't it? Choices they make. We hear a lot about ad blocking. We hear about, there's a big article in the New York Times the other day about, pop-ups and the annoyance and other consumer issues, and ad load too.
Yeah.
What's happening, and are the publishers sort of dealing with that now, or what are your thoughts about that?
I think publishers are starting to address it head on, and that, look, ultimately consumers have control over where they want to spend their time, how they want to spend their time. What's interesting is the value exchange that is somewhat unwritten, that I'm going to receive advertising as a result of consuming content for free or of little charge. It's existed for a very long time. Advertising largely underwrites a lot of these experiences, but when it's overloaded and oversaturating a consumer experience and actually detracting from what the experiences that they're trying to get to, people are going to turn away, they're going to tune out. I do think publishers need to, and many have been taking the time to kind of reconsider how they should orient their experiences, how they should design their pages, their sites, their apps, how they load them faster, more seamlessly, how advertising actually fits in and is less intrusive and more sort of natural in those environments, and how they don't have to stuff an ad into every pixel of every screen that their content is consumed on, because it's not serving anyone any good. It's causing more fragmentation of attention. It's causing probably pressure on performance more than anything else, and that the more things that you stick in one space, I think the less time that anyone's going to spend with any of it. So cleaner layouts, crisper opportunities, for brands to fit in, and ultimately better user experiences, I think, are what most major publishers are focusing on. And again, that is from the desktop to the tablet to the phone to the television to whatever screen they're trying to reach people on, whatever screen their content is being consumed in.